Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Aisha and I'm back with a new video. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about some easy sustainable swaps that you can follow and move towards a low waste lifestyle. Now, due to the COVID-19 situation across the world, a lot of things have changed in the last few months. Millions of people are affected by a deadly virus. A lot of them have died. People are staying isolated from their friends and family. A lot of them have lost their jobs. People are suffering from mental depression, and it's a very tough situation. But I think something good has also happened. So the environment has finally started healing itself. The water bodies have cleaned up, the air quality has improved, the ozone layer has started healing itself. It looks like the nature is giving us a signal that if you put in a little effort, then the nature can actually improve a lot. The environment can be a lot better than what it is right now, and I think there are a lot of things that we can do, and it's high time that we start doing them. So in this video, I'm going to talk about a few swaps that are very much beginner friendly and anyone can do that, and in the long run that can help a lot of us to save time, money and our health. So without any delay, let's get started and let's talk about the swaps. Now the first swap that I'm going to talk about involves water bottles, and it's 2020 guys. It's high time that we change all our plastic water bottles to metal and glass bottles. Now I know a lot of us grew up seeing cold drinks bottles being used as water bottles, and those bottles are not even reusable. They're supposed to be like single-use bottles, but they were often used as water bottles. And then for the last 5 to 10 years, it has been a trend of using food-grade water bottles to store water. But it's high time to replace all those plastic bottles for once and ever, and it's time to start using glass bottles or metal bottles. Now the glass bottles look very fancy, but it's always better if you use them at home because they're heavier and brittle and you cannot really carry them around. So another option is always the metal bottles. Now I know a lot of people think that the metal bottles are way more expensive, but only the thermo insulated bottles are very expensive because they have the technology of keeping warm water warm or cold water cold for a long time. If you want to use metal bottles to store water in a regular basis, you don't really need those insulated bottles. You can just buy the general steel bottles that are available in all the supermarkets across the country, and they're priced at I think 80 to 100 bucks for 1 liter bottles, and they're very lightweight, so you can carry them to your work also. And if you buy a few of them in one go, then you can keep using them. They're like reusable and can be used for longer than your usual plastic bottles. So yeah, this is a very important swap that you can begin with. Now the second swap involves those paper coffee cups that you get from your favorite cafes with your names written on them, and they look very fancy, but they are not really a great choice. Now I know a lot of you will be thinking that paper cups are recyclable. What's wrong in them? But actually they're not, because the inner lining of those paper cups are actually lined with plastic so that they can hold the liquid for longer. And also those cups are not washed before they're sent for recycling, if they are sent for recycling, and then like due to the residual drink, they often get contaminated and they are not like suitable for recycling at all. And also we don't really need to use so much of papers either, because like using more paper means more deforestation and we don't really want that. So there are two ways to get rid of the paper cups. If you plan to sit in the cafe and drink your coffee, just ask the waiters to serve it in a regular like ceramide glass or cup. You don't need a paper cup for that. If you want to carry your coffee outside, then you can actually carry your own coffee cup with their like reusable coffee cups available in bamboo fiber. So these bamboo fiber cups are very lightweight. You can carry them in your bag. They come with a cap so that you can move around without spilling your coffee, and once you have that, just come back to your home, wash it, and then it can be reused. So yeah, that's a very nice switch from the paper cup. Now the third swap is for all the busy hustlers out there who love to have their tea in the middle of the work, and most of them use tea bags, but that's not really a great solution to the problem, because the tea bags often come packed in small plastic pouches, and every time you use a tea bag you actually create a small amount of plastic waste. And just think about how that piles up over the year, and the more people using those tea bags, the more that plastic waste is getting accumulated. Now I understand that you may feel a very busy or lazy to brew and boil your tea leaves, and the best solution for that is buying a tea infuser. Now those tea infusers actually act just like a tea bag, but you just have to open that, put in your favorite tea leaves, and then insert it in a cup of warm water, just like you do for a tea bag. And those infusers are like literally very small and very handy, so you can carry it in your bag, you can keep on it at your workplace, and yeah, you just have to insert the tea leaves at times. That's the only effort that you need to put in, and that can prevent a lot of plastic waste from accumulating across the world. Now the fourth swap that I'm going to talk about involves something that's becoming increasingly popular these days. A lot of people are buying coffee machines for their homes, and inserting a coffee capsule gives them a cup of freshly brewed coffee without much hard work. But these coffee capsules are single-use capsules, so every time you use one capsule and get 1 cup of coffee, you create a little waste. And just imagine the amount of plastic waste that accumulates throughout the year. Now the best replacement for these single-use coffee capsules are the steel or metal coffee capsules that are reusable. So they act in a very similar manner. The only difference is that you have to put in the freshly ground coffee in those capsules and then insert it into the machine. And after you get your cup of coffee, just take out that capsule, remove the coffee granules, wash it, and then you can use it again the next time. The only hard work that you have to put in is to insert the grounded coffee. You can buy grounded coffee from any of the coffee chains, and you can also buy coffee beans and grind them once every week. If you love coffee, you will love grinding your own coffee beans. So yeah, a little effort from your side can actually stop a lot of plastic pollution, and you can enjoy your cup of coffee without any guilt. Now the fifth swap is plastic cutleries that come with your food orders. So every time you order some food for your home, you do not really use them, right? You use the cutleries that you regularly use at your home, the metal cutleries. So the next time you order some food, just give a call to the restaurant and ask them not to send the plastic cutleries. And if you are ordering food for your workplace, you can actually carry your own spoon and fork in your bag. It does not take up a lot of space, and every time you order some food, you can use your own set of cutlery, and you can ask your co-workers and friends to do the same. In that way, you can actually also avoid using plastic cutlery at your workplace. Now, you must be thinking that the food that you order comes in plastic containers. If you want to stop that and go one step further, it's better you stop ordering in food totally. You can go out and enjoy a fancy meal once in a while, and then rest of the time you can cook your own meal at home. In this way, you will save a lot of money, you will save your health, and you will save the environment. Yeah, but that's a little extreme. So for now, let's start with the plastic cutleries. Okay, so the next one is replacing plastic and paper straws with glass and metal ones. Now, plastic straws are more used by the street vendors. So every time you buy some coconut water or sugarcane juice, the drink comes along with a plastic straw. Restaurants these days prefer serving the drinks along with a paper straw, but the inner lining of those paper straws are again made of plastic. Now, the simplest solution is to buy your own glass or metal straw. You can easily buy them from any online website. They're like hugely popular these days. They come along with a sleek brush to clean the straw, and it's packed in a very nice looking small box that you can carry in your bag. And next time you visit a restaurant, just ask them not to give you any straw at all, and you can use your own straw. You can bring it back home, wash it and reuse it. And if you don't really buy a reusable straw, or you forget to carry it, you can actually enjoy your drink without a straw. I mean, sipping a drink through a straw, it's not really necessary. You can do even without it. So yeah, give it a try, and it will be an amazing way to avoid using plastic. Okay, this next one is something that can prevent you from creating plastic waste in a regular basis, and that's replacing the plastic food wraps with bamboo fiber wraps or silicone wraps. Now, a lot of us carry our food to our workplace wrapped in these plastic wrappers because they keep the food fresh for a longer time, and after eating the food, we throw away the plastic, create a little bit of waste every day, and that keeps accumulating over the years. These plastic wrappers and silicone wrappers work in a very similar fashion, but they are reusable. So after eating the food, you can wash these wrappers and then they can be used again the next day. So if you invest in 1 or 2 pieces, then you can keep using them for many years, and yeah, you won't be creating any waste at all. The next one is carrying our own shopping bags. Now, I know a lot of you already do that, but I still wanted to mention it in the list because it's really very important. So these days, whatever we buy, they come either in plastic bags or paper bags, and both of them keep piling up as waste. So it's always better if we are prepared with our own cloth bag or jute bag, and if we carry whatever we are buying in those bags. So from now on, make sure that you carry a cloth bag in your handbag all the time, even if you have no plans of shopping. So even if you are buying something randomly, all of a sudden you will be prepared and you don't have to take a paper bag or plastic bag. And I know a lot of you probably have lots of plastic bags at your home, and that's fine. You don't have to throw them away. Just keep reusing them for buying veggies and groceries so that you don't have to take any more plastic bag from the shops. And yeah, that's an amazing way of recycling whatever you have at home. Now, the next one that you must consider is replacing your toothbrushes. Now, I know most of us replace the toothbrush once in every 2 or 3 months, and with bodies made of plastic and bristles made of nylon, these toothbrushes are not at all eco-friendly waste. The best option is to replace them with bamboo toothbrushes. They're easily available online these days, and yeah, they're completely biodegradable. So even if you are replacing them after every 2 or 3 months, you are not really creating any waste at all. And if you're someone who is using a special type of brush because the doctor has recommended you to do that, make sure that you consult with your dentist during your next visit, and then only buy a bamboo brush. But for everyone else, yeah, these brushes are an amazing solution. They are like very gentle for your teeth and also great for the environment. The last swap that I'm going to address is a little complicated. So instead of calling it a swap, I will call this a slow switch from fast fashion towards a sustainable and eco-friendly fashion. Now, when I'm saying this, my personal wardrobe is filled like 40 to 50% with fast fashion, and it's not really easy to get rid of all of that at once, because fast fashion is available in so many different sizes and designs and colors. They're affordable. They just give us so many choices that we prefer going for fast fashion, but it's not really very eco-friendly. The fast fashion brands keep exploiting the labors and the environment to get those bulk production in a very short span of time, and like to make them affordable. So there are a number of ways to deal with this problem. I'm not asking you to stop buying fast fashion clothing items altogether, but there are little steps that you can take to slowly switch away from these fast fashion brands. So number one, make sure that you are buying pieces that can be styled in different manners. Number two, exchange your clothes with friends and family instead of buying new pieces for all the parties and events. Number three, restyle your old clothes. There's nothing wrong in it. I mean, there was a time when I thought that every birthday, every anniversary needs a new piece of cloth, and I was wrong. Like, now I restyle all my old clothes and I feel so good about it. And number 4, make sure that you buy a few pieces from eco-friendly brands that make clothes out of eco-friendly fibers. So a few brands these days make hemp fiber clothes, and I will talk about hemp fiber or hemp products in general in a separate video. But yeah, hemp fiber is very eco-friendly, and these are the little things that you can do to move away from the fast fashion and help the environment. So that's all about this video. I hope that you feel a little inspired after watching this video and bring a few changes in your life, because every small step counts and one single swap means a lot for this environment. And I know there are people out there who cannot afford these swaps. They are not privileged enough, and that's fine. But if you are privileged enough to watch this video, I think you can afford these swaps. So do give them a try, and in the comment section below, do let me know about the swaps that you are going to try, and if there's any other thing that you have changed in the recent past. And yeah, that's it. Take care, and I will meet you guys with another video super soon. Bye bye.